Oh, tonight we are hearing from some of the first people to find the bodies of two Dothan teenagers nearly 24 years ago. WDHN's Aaron Dixon is live outside the Dale County Courthouse with the latest. Aaron.
Good evening, Mike. Yeah, court has wrapped up today in the case of Coley McCraney. But before that, we heard from two of the first officers to arrive on the scene of the crime 24 years ago. But they have two very different views about what happened. Now, McCraney is accused of shooting and killing J.B. Beasley and Tracie Hawlett while also being charged with raping Beasley. Their bodies were found in the trunk of Beasley's car on Herring Avenue in Ozark. The morning began with a former Ozark police sergeant taking the stand and saying that he found what he thought was an abandoned Mazda 929 the morning of August 1st at around 9 a.m. But it wasn't until 10:30 when he says he examined the car after a missing persons report for Beasley was filed out of Dothan. He found Beasley's wallet and purse, but he didn't mention opening the trunk of the car where Beasley and Hawlett were later found that day. This contradicts a Dothan officer who testified and said that when he arrived on the scene, he saw the vehicle and a path leading to the woods, which he started to walk down, but turned around when he heard an Ozark police car pulling up. He said the car had many red flags. He described the car as dusty on the side with dry sand and mud in the front seats and smudge marks resembling a hand on the back door of the driver's side. He then said he is the one who opened the trunk and found the bodies at 10:30, but the bodies were reported to have been found at 2 p.m. that day. McCraney's attorney David Harrison continued to ask the witnesses about preservation of the crime scene and claimed that throughout the day authorities had no idea who all entered the crime scene even after it was all taped off and secured. Now, this afternoon saw more forensic scientists and the doctor who performed the autopsy on Hawlett and Beasley. So we're beginning to really kind of see what caused their death and also seeing what kind of DNA samples were taken from them both.
Aaron, what can we expect tomorrow from court proceedings? What witnesses could we see?
Yeah, Mike, tomorrow we ended the day with a former Alabama Bureau of Investigation officer and the one who was in charge of this case from the ABI standpoint of it all. So we'll definitely be hearing the remainder of his testimony, but we're getting closer and closer to seeing these DNA experts because they started working through the forensic scientists about the different paths that the different DNA samples they took that may or may not link McCraney to being there that night. So definitely a lot to look forward to tomorrow.
All right, Aaron, thank you so much. Great coverage, by the way. Aaron will move from the Dale County Courthouse coming up at 6 o'clock. Keep it on WDHN for continuing coverage of the McCraney murder trial. As you know, we have gavel-to-gavel coverage. You can also click on McCraney murder trial on our website, WDHN.com. We'll take you to all the latest stories on the case.